what's going on, everybody? This is your boy James from What's Your Forte, and as you can see, I'm up in a different car. This isn't the G80 today. I'm with my boy Ant right here. So if you guys remember, we had his Supra on the channel, and now he's with another car. So this is a 2022 Subaru BRZ. So Anthony's back in the Subaru roots. He was a Subaru guy when I first met him, and now he came back home, so to speak. So this thing is nice, man. It's very, very low. That's the first thing I noticed when I got inside. Very low, but it is a very clean car. It's got Alcantara. I mean, my car doesn't even have that much Alcantara on it. So this thing is nice, man. So Anthony, what made you decide on this as your new car?
I really miss driving a manual car a lot, and so definitely Supra is a fantastic platform. I would recommend anyone to buy it. However, I really miss having a manual car, and I saw that Subaru was making another iteration of the BRZ, and I was hoping that they made a lot of improvements, and it seems like they did. And so far I've had this car for almost 100 miles, and I can definitely notice at least some of the improvements overall from just even the previous Subaru I've had, and how well this car has also been built in relation to actually owning a Supra. I would definitely say that this car so far like handles better than the Supra, and the Supra is a pretty good handling car.
Ooh. Yeah, definitely with the low center of gravity, lighter weight, and the way this car is set up, definitely I can kind of see how this can handle better than the Supra. Definitely. And definitely you're able to put the power down. I know Supra always had traction issues, it seems like.
Yeah, like 295s were never wide enough. So yeah, I'm on 215s Michelin's right now, and yeah, I haven't lost traction once.
Yeah.
So it's been a real difference.
So speaking of that, we can segue right into the power. So this has the newer updated engine in it. Was a 2.4 liter?
Yeah, it's Subaru's newer 2.4 liter. It's used currently, I think, the Ascent, the Outback, the 2022 WRX as well. This is it in its naturally aspirated form. Currently, it makes 228 horsepower with a 184 pound-feet of torque. Okay, that's respectable. Especially respectable in this class in which this competes against, you know. I think that's always the thing you have to do is, whenever you're looking at a car, people are like, oh, well, you just lost all that horsepower. You had 300 and so with a Supra, but you got to think about the class this competes in. This competes with, what, like Miatas, somewhat, I guess, GTIs. Yeah, you'll definitely be competing with other Miatas, probably some
Civic SI.
S2000s even as well.
Yeah. So, and this class is very competitive, and a lot of people love driving these things up and doing canyon runs, taking it to the track. And that's what this car is all about, having fun. And you got the proper gearbox as well as a manual. So I know a lot of you guys are like that, and it has a manual. A lot of people love manual, especially in sports car. They feel like there's not a sports car that has a manual, but you know. But I mean, I got an automatic, but I have a sports car, but we're not gonna talk about that. But today we are
eventually you'll have a man pedal back.
Yeah. I mean, I could have had they have the manual option in that, but you lose a little bit of power. But you know, tunes can take care of that. So this BRZ. So what is the exterior color in this? Is it
crystal black silica?
Crystal black. All right. Yeah, it's definitely a very nice black. It's gonna be a pain to keep clean though. So I do not envy you what's so bit.
Yep. I'm already starting to understand.
Yeah, black cars. Yeah, it's very tough. I always recommend to everybody, if you can ceramic it, at least it'll help keep your cleaning times down to a minimum there. So, and then I see it's got some wheels on it. So I think we've kind of talked about this off camera. These wheels, I think they're gonna be gone soon. Is that right?
Correct. I mean, the car looks great. The only letdown in stock form really are the wheels. It's a pretty disappointment. They are essentially NK Hornets, and about a 18 by 7.5 wide at a 45mm offset, positive offset. They are supposedly forged wheels or full forged wheels from NK, which is nice, but they're just not cutting it for me.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, you'll get them both in the limited and premium edition.
That was the first thing I noticed was the wheels and the wheel gap. They don't set these cars up from the stock. I thought BMW was bad, but yeah.
They assume you're gonna tune it and drop it, so they're just letting you know that, oh, you have a lot of room by showing you that you have so much room.
Yes.
To drop it. I think that's the incentive that they're going for.
Okay. Yeah. But other than that, I think the car looks very good. It looks sporty. It has a presence to it that I think even more than the last BRZ had. and I really like it from the exterior. So yeah, so what we're gonna do right now is go on for a little drive and then talk about a few things here. So just watching him put the car in gear, I did notice that looks like the reverse is not in traditional JDM fashion. The reverse usually in JDM cars, for those who don't know, is usually all the way over and back, all the way over to the right and back. And this car is set up like a European version where it's all the way over to the front. So I'm not sure why they did that on this car. Maybe everybody wants to be a European. I don't know about that, but I'm not sure why they changed out the transmission that way. But this is a different transmission from what I read on between the last years. Like they changed up the gearing and stuff like that.
I think honestly the manual transmission might be pretty much the same as the outgoing model.
Oh, okay. Okay.
But it definitely feels very smooth, and this feels a lot more refined than maybe other traditional Subaru setups that I've driven in the past. It's gonna be fun when I ruin that by making this very loud. But for right now, it feels like a very refined vehicle. Like from sitting in it, remove the badges, like I really wouldn't know I'd be sitting in like a Subaru. It feels like something a bit more updated and luxurious. Yeah, I will say right now, even right now, it's really quiet in here. Like I can barely hear what's going on outside of the car line. It's really quiet and feels like the ride is pretty good too. Just going over these Charlotte roads aren't really the best. Just taking some of the bumps here. It's pretty good. Definitely. Okay, Subaru stepped their refinement game up. I think for the much as they're asking for this car, I think they had to. I think also to stay competitive in the class. I will also say fitting in these seats, as you all guys know, I'm a bigger guy. Yeah, they're snug.
Yeah, they're a little snug. I would
not recommend it for someone who is even like, you have broader shoulders than I do. Wouldn't recommend it. I would definitely say you're going to want to be on the thinner side for this car to sit comfortably.
Very smooth. Like it's smooth. Like I think that's the best way to describe it. Everything feels smooth. Or maybe you're just a good driver. I don't know. Maybe a little bit of both.
The engine does rev actually very smooth. I'll definitely say that. Also, the torque dip that is notorious in the older BRZs isn't here. Isn't here. It will pull all the way to red line, and you won't kind of feel lost somewhere in that middle range where you're like, am I still hitting the gas? Should I have downshifted? I'm not sure. So yeah, that's definitely been improved. Yeah,
I think the power bump was much needed for these cars. It definitely was. And it doesn't feel underpowered. Now, is it like blazing, knock your socks off speed? No, but it's adequate. It's adequate for what this car is, and with it being so light, you know, you don't need much to get these cars moving.
And now you can like overpass things without really worrying about it. Yeah, it's not fast, but it's quick enough for you to get in a little bit of trouble, but you're still under the speed limit, so.
Yeah. What's the red line? Was it 7.5, 8?
About 7.5.
7.5, okay, so red was pretty high.
Brakes are really good in this car.
Yeah, I see that. But I think once you start adding more power and stuff, you may need to just probably get better pads, maybe enough, maybe change out the fluids, change out the lines. Think you'll be fine.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. There's no way I could stay in my car that long. If I stayed in my car that long, I'll be in jail. And so, but it adds to the fun factor, though. Definitely adds to the fun factor, because that's, you know.
Yeah, definitely could never do that in the Supra. No. 50% throttle would be more than enough to get myself in trouble for 5 seconds.
It's got a nice sound to it, though. That's that boxer sound, you know, which sounds good. Definitely. I mean, I'm just even looking at some of these gauges and everything that's inside the car right now. And everything, the fit and finish of this car looks pretty good, actually. Just even looking at the way that everything's easily legible. The screen looks upgraded from the previous years. Just the fit and finish of everything, even like the speedo and everything looks really good in here. So kudos to Subaru for stepping their game up. Now this car does have rear, I don't even know if you want to call those seats.
The insurance company calls them seats.
Yeah, these things are, I wouldn't, this is a two-seater. This car is definitely a two-seater. Anyone that thinks differently is crazy, because no one's gonna sit in those back things right there. Those little, I call them things, they're not even seats. All right, so what are your future plans for this car? I know we talked about it a little bit, but I know we got wheels coming.
Like right now, I'm just gonna see what the aftermarket has to offer. Obviously it's very, very new, so
yeah,
we don't really know what's out there yet. I definitely will obviously be doing the wheels, some more cosmetic stuff. Likely, from my understanding, that some of the parts from the older BRZ do fit this car, so I will be dabbling with the suspension pieces that do transition over and kind of working with what is available. In terms of the full plan for this car, it will, you know, at least for the 2022 year, will probably be autocross, just so I really get used to the dynamics of this car, and as well as quite a few trips to the tail of the Dragon and back of the Dragon as well. And then I'll kind of figure out what parts are really needed from that and go from there.
Okay, all right, cool. So Anthony usually builds his cars a little differently. He usually he usually tries some things, and most of the time, I say 98% of the time, they're successful. So I do respect him for that, because he doesn't do the cliche things that most people do when they own those cars. Even with his Supra, he did lots of different things. A lot of people, either you went full JDM with the Supra, or you went full like BMW with the Supra. A lot, but he did kind of something real different with that. And I expect the same thing for this car. So definitely stay tuned. I'll be linking his Instagram down below. So if you guys want to follow the build or follow what he's doing with the car, he'll definitely have that up there. But I appreciate your time today, man. This car is nice, man. I mean, it's always good to see your friends level up, get something new, you know. And
yeah, I'm trying to catch up with you. So many courses you have.
Well, we're not gonna talk about that right now. I actually gotta do that video. I gotta do a video of how many cars I'm on. I think a lot of you guys will be entertained. I know Anthony.
I am entertained. I will always be entertained.
Yeah, I've known Anthony for a while, so he's seen me go through. I went through a phase where I was like getting in and out of cars like really quick, so it was pretty bad. But I think I have something here that's gonna stay around at least a little while. So unless this market's looking kind of crazy, but
the term "a little while" is always an abstract term for you. But,
yeah, you know. But yeah, man, very nice car. Appreciate your time today. Appreciate you guys watching this video. We're gonna go ahead and close it out. Just want to do like a little quick overview of the car, and this car is nice, man. So any of you guys may be interested in picking one up, I definitely would recommend it, man. It definitely is like something sporty, quick, that's not gonna break the bank. You definitely can get this, and this can actually teach you how to become a better driver driving a car like this.
Yeah, not all of us have money for BMW driving school, so you know.
Yeah, that.
So
that is true. All right, guys. Well, we're gonna holler at you guys later. Peace.